hear me? Yeah, I think you guys can hear me now. I'm sorry for the delay. We've had my game crashed, and we've had some issues with the. Oh, that was wrong. We've had some issues with the game crashing, but now we're up and going, and so you see, qualifying has begun. I actually also have some extra tools for me today. I actually have the live timing now. Yeah, now we are starting the qualifying session. Of course, actually really interesting to see who will take pole here, because we have a lot of fast drivers here today. We have Munkian, we have Atlas, we have Speedjack, and Thrusty also in the Aston Martin, so we'll have a lot of fast drivers here competing for a pole, and Atlas taking pole in the practice race. Be interesting to see if we can recreate that. Of course, in the practice it was a one-shot qualifying, so it will be interesting to see if somebody can recreate it. And we also set a new record today for the most drivers in a session, and this will be quite a bit to have control over now, as I will just have to look at the live timing and see who's going fast, as Floretza or Florient crashes in where is that? I haven't actually bringing up my graphics yet. Oh, what a shame, what a shame. Let me just quickly get the yeah, okay. Yeah, Florient crashed there, and what an unfortunate happening, as he just joined this league, and yeah, crashing in qualifying is definitely not something you would have wanted, as we do have damage on in qualifying. But I'm trying now to figure out who is on the fastest lap. It looks like Munkian is going to set a really fast lap time here, as Munkian crosses the line and goes a 1:28.2, which is actually a really impressive time here for Munkian. So really impressive here, and well driven from Munkian. But also, do we have anybody setting purple sectors? It doesn't look like it. Atlas, we can jump on him, as he is on a lap right now, as we can see one Red Bull spinning there. And Atlas now crossing the last corner, as Neo has also set his lap time with a 1:28.8. Speedjack just coming up behind Munkian with a 1:28.2. Atlas in a 1:28.9, but Speedjack and Munkian are still at it. Munkian got 2 purple sectors, it looks like, while Speedjack got 1. So Speedjack was just a bit faster than Munkian in the mid sector, but then Munkian was faster in the rest. So what a shame for Munkian. No, Speedjack, he definitely wanted that pole, but Munkian also impressively driven from those two, as are we having any purple sectors being set right now? It doesn't look like it. I'm trying just to figure out who's on a hot lap here, as Rubber Lubricant seems to be on a hot lap, and he sets a 1:38.7 and puts himself into P12. So really competitive lap time being set here, as the first qualifying is well underway now, and drivers are beginning to come in to the pits now. We also have Homoplatus here in the first corner in Sector 3. Going now, and of course he can't open his DRS on this straight, because, well, if we had DRS on every straight in this track, it would be quite a lot of DRS, so thankfully we don't have that. But yeah, Homoplatus will now cross the line, and where will he place himself? He places himself P12 in front of Rubber Lubricant and Miko. Miko has also retired from the session, the same with Mudimane, which is quite unfortunate. It's quite chaotic to be just a practice session, this, as quite a lot of crashes, and or qualifying session, quite chaotic qualifying session, I must say, as we also have Nasser here. Where does he place himself? He places himself P9, which is a impressive lap time here from Nasser. I also think Enzo is on a hot lap. Where is Enzo? can't really see if he's on a hot lap or not. Oh, there he is. It doesn't look like he's on a hot lap from the graphics I have. But yeah, as the first round of this qualifying is over, as round of drive-outs is over, we have 3 drivers retired, and Munkian is currently the one on top, but Atlas not as fast as you would have hoped, I think. But Atlas still has a very good chance to take pole this race. Sorry, as there's still a lot of chances for him to take pole now. As Enzo here drives down the straight and into the pits, but now we have drivers coming out of the pits, as I can see Speedjack now coming out of the pits now, and will be trying to set a new lap time, which is quite impressive, I must say. Speedjack's lap times now, and Speedjack, of course, I do think we'll see a closer championship between Munkian, Speedjack, and perhaps even Atlas, and I don't know who else could mix into it, but I do think we'll see a much closer and more exciting championship this year, and hopefully we'll see a lot of action going into the next races. As Speedjack now has the DRS wing open. Speedjack, who placed P2 in the championship last year, of course he had not participated in so many races before, he wasn't in like round 1, 2 and 3, and then he began participating, but then Munkian's got such a big lead that yeah, Munkian had basically guaranteed won the championship. Speedjack got pretty close. If it wasn't for some mistakes he made in the final few races, he would actually have had a shot at the championship. Of course, he overtook Munkian in the last corner in Abu Dhabi, which was quite an interesting affair. But now Speedjack out on his hot lap, as you can see a wheel on the track there. I don't know what's happening there, but now Speedjack in the first sector. Keeping it nice, and of course you have to be really careful in this corner, especially with no traction, as I don't think we allow medium traction, because it can be easy to spin there, as we had seen a few drivers spinning there in practice sessions, and Speedjack taking that corner quite well there and getting a good exit. Of course, let's see if he's going purple. I can't really see that he has set a purple sector time. Speedjack perhaps struggling a little bit. I didn't see purple, at least. Now Speedjack in the hairpin here, and getting good exit there, as you can see, down mid straight, or the straight, down the DRS straight, and now going into turn 11. Really nice and well done from Speedjack. We now see him entering the third sector. It says purple mid sector. I can't confirm it, as I'm not getting the mid sectors on the live timing. But oh yeah, he's purple in the mid sector. 2 tenths down actually in the mid sector. So I do think this will be a new fastest lap for more Speedjack, as he now crosses the line and he places himself P1 with a 1:28.1. Not so much faster than Munkian's last lap time, as Munkian is now on a hot lap, I do think, as Munkian now crosses the last corner, and you can see he was already 2 tenths down, as I can see he's almost all purples here, and Munkian will now cross the line going fastest with a 1:28 blank. Impressive lap time there for Munkian, as we also have any other drivers on a hot lap. I do think that Neo is on a hot lap concurrently. I don't think, he's just over his last lap time, so not really improving in sector 1, is he? Now in the turn there, keeping a nice exit there, as Neo has been quite fast in qualifying, but struggling with the race consistency. And now down the DRS straight, out of turn 10, what will he be able to produce now, as I can't really see his top speed on his dash. Of course, his setup might be lower downforce. I have kind of a feeling that he's gone for higher downforce setup, but of course he always experiments with new types of setups, so there's no really way to confirm what he's using. But now Neo, what lap time will he produce now as he crosses the last corner and opens his DRS swing there, and now across the line as he's aborted this lap actually. Well, I didn't expect that, but Rhythm actually placing himself up in P4 and Torgeir in P3 now, and they are closing in on lap times of the top two. Of course, not so close as they would have hoped naturally, but I don't think we have any other drivers. Mattia is actually pretty fast. Who is Mattia? He had purple in mid-sector. Who is Mattia? That is the question. He's in Alpine. Vemund, that must be then. Vemund's in the pits. So what's happening with the graphic here? As I'm trying to figure out. Vemund said that he had actually a pretty good lap time, but then lost it in sector 2. Atlas seems to be on a hot lap. I'm not quite sure though. It could look like it, as Atlas now will cross the line and hopefully improve his lap time, and he improves it by quite a margin, beating out Toya's lap time with a 1:28.4, so closing in on Munkian and Speedjack's lap time. But of course Munkian and Speedjack are known to improve their lap times every time in qualifying, so it will be interesting to see if they will be able to prove much more than that. Because when we're coming into the 1:27 range, that is when it gets really impressive. We also have a Ferrari, and that is the Ferrari of Speedjack is out on track. Speedjack definitely wants to set pole here and hopefully pull away from his former teammate Munkian. And I definitely think he's hoping to win this race, as he wants to win the championship this year. Of course, there is a prize spot this year as well, so winning the championship will be a high goal for many, as I do think it's around £30 as well, so good money for winning the championship. So yeah, I mean, go for it, especially if some of you listening aren't already in the league, who will have quite a good prize spot. So yeah, if you just want to race, we also have a tier 2 which also has a prize spot. I don't know if that prize will be given out, as we're struggling to get tier 2 drivers into tier 2, but clearly we're not struggling with tier 1. Speedjack now steps on the throttle and goes into the last corner. Now it's interesting to see what lap time will Speedjack be able to produce this time, as he opens the DRS around now and starts his hot lap attempt. As you can see a strange wheel on the finish line there. I don't really know why that is there, but Speedjack now in turn 2, down turn 3. A little bit of snap there, but looks to be alright as he now goes into turn 4. Quite nicely there, hitting the apex pretty nice, and a good exit there, and now into turn 5. Speedjack seems to have good control now, and Munkian looks to be on an outlap behind him, so that would be Speedjack's target to beat, and I don't know if Speedjack will have the ability to go for another lap after this. I don't think he is, so this will be his final lap attempt, and Speedjack now down the DRS straight here and opening his DRS swing, as Speedjack seems to be improving. I haven't actually seen on the sector times. Let's see now as he crosses sector 2 what time the lifetime we will say he's got, as it says he has improved by only 9/100ths, and it doesn't look like Speedjack will be able to set a new fastest lap time this round. And if he doesn't do it now, I do think that we'll have to say that Munkian takes pole, as Speedjack now crosses the line, and he actually goes fastest with a 1:27.9. That is only a few thousandths of a second between him and Munkian, but of course Munkian now starts his lap attempt, and Munkian definitely wants pole, and he's hungry for it, I would bet, and he definitely has a good chance here. And Monkey here into turn 2 here, down up to turn 3. Of course, there was a small snap on Speedjack in turn 2, so perhaps he's gained something on Speedjack there. But it's really close between these drivers now, and almost unnaturally close for them. And Monkey goes purple in sector 1. I can confirm that he went purple in sector 1. So this is looking really good for Monkey. And now into turn 8 here, and down into turn 9 and into the hairpin, keeping it really nice and tidy here, and a good acceleration on the exit there, as he will now try to beat the lap time that Speedjack had produced, which is a really fast lap time, I must say. So hats off to them. And now Monkey in the final sector. Is he purple? I don't actually know who will take pole, as both drivers seem to be on the limits of what the cars are capable of here, as Speedjack and Monkey really close. Now Monkey around the last corner here and down the straight. Will he take pole? He takes pole by quite a margin as well. 1/10 to Speedjack. What a show of dominance from Monkey. Really, really impressive. And I do think, do we have any other drivers on a hot lap? I do think Atlas is on a hot lap now. Atlas into sector 2 here, as we are finishing up the qualifying session now. And I do think that if somebody doesn't take in a miracle lap, Monkey will take pole this race. And Atlas now down to DRS straight. Atlas would be my second bet for who takes pole if it wasn't Monkey on a Speedjack, but I'm not sure if he can do anything about that lap time that Monkey produced. He will have to improve by around 6/10 if he wants to even rival that lap time, so I'm not sure if he can do that. Now, ooh, a little bit of slipping there on the steering wheel there, as he's now down into the last corner here. And he is, I must say, it's quite flawless lap, but of course Monkey and Speedjack, they are a lot faster. But now let's see, what will he be able to do? Ooh, that is a really good lap time from Atlas. Really close to actually putting himself in front of Speedjack there, and yeah, I'm really impressed by that. And Turigan now seems to be crossing the line. Where will he be able to place himself? Places himself. Oh, he wasn't on a hot lap. My mistake. I do think that we are now finished with the qualifying session, if I am correct. I don't think that any drivers now are on a hot lap. So that means that the starting grid in the front will be Monkey, Speedjack and Atlas. And Thrust will also line up beside Atlas. And I have to take a quick toilet break, and hopefully I will be back when we start the race. fuck. Fuck. How can I fucking undo this? Oh no. Oh fuck. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Scheiße. Oh. I'm not too sure how happy he will be with this. I will just have to crash into the wall. And then spectate. I just have to retire, really. Of course, I will first have to be able to retire. Fucking hell, man! Oh, Jesus Christ. Uh-oh. He's not gonna be too happy with me now. I'm gonna retire. When can I retire? Fuck, I have to wait to the start. Really sorry for this, guys, as I appear to be on the grid. This was definitely not how I planned this. As I had to join... Yeah, I understand why now. Of course I had to rejoin, so now I'm on the grid. So, yeah, I'll just have to quickly retire.
Okay, radar is clear. Weather is looking
We'll just quickly... I'll just send it into the wall, I guess. Hopefully that will retire me. Fucking hell. Really sorry for, oh fuck, yeah, I was in much trouble. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Okay, I'll just have to retire on the start. So I won't be able to comment the race start, unfortunately. But I will be able to report after I've DNF'd. I'll just have to try to retire in the most safe fashion, so I'll just retire immediately when the race starts. Yeah. Okay, so I will comment on the tire choices for most of the drivers. Looks like Munkian will be starting on the hard tire compound, same with Speedjack, Atlas, Thrusty, Torrier, Rhythm, Maestas used to be also going for the hard. Nasu going for the medium tire compound, as Neo goes for the hard tire compound. Who's in P10? I don't remember. I'll just have to retire quickly on the start, but yeah. So how's your life going? I don't know if I can get up the graphics like sector times or something when I'm in spectator mode. Oh no, I'm not. I won't be in spectator mode, will I? Okay, so we'll have the race start now. I can't comment on who will take the lead because I honestly do not know who will take the lead. When can I retire? I think I'll just have to take the race start. Can I retire now? When can I retire, really? I really know that. When can I retire the race? Retire from session. There we go. Oh, what is my AI doing? What is my AI doing? That is the question. Come on, retire. Come on. It looks like Munkian has taken the lead as Atlas is now fighting with Speedjack. Really sorry for that, as doesn't look like... Oh, okay, okay, good. I am getting settings. Okay, good. Really good. Love that. Love it. We get the intervals as we get a pit stop strategy. That's all bullshit. Yeah, we can just quickly commentate the position changes, as Nasser is actually fallen in 5 places, Speedjack has fallen behind 4 places here, Toria in P5, Thrusty fallen 2 behind, as also Woodymane has had a tronomic start here. He was actually on the last position of the grid behind me, I believe. So yeah, what an interesting start to this race. Is that all I need? Or I guess we'll just have penalties up there for now. So yeah, sorry for me being in the race car. Drew Lesser said he wished he could be racing now, but he had to get a reserve. Okay. As Munkian now is in the lead, Nasser fighting a little bit with Atlas here, as Nasser is actually proving himself to be quite a nuisance here. As Nasser has some great pace here in the race car. Of course, he is on the medium tire compound, but still really impressive here from Nasser, as he's now even chasing down Munkian. Perhaps even going for the lead here of the race. What an impressive start from Nasser here, as Speedjack isn't that impressive. You know, he's actually almost behind with his teammate, as I won't go in the car cam because the internet connection doesn't seem to be quite good. Yeah, this is actually a record-setting race, as we've never had 18 drivers in a race before. Well, technically 19 with me though, but we're not counting me as a driver. This commentator is actually gaining points here as a reserve. Well, not gaining points, but actually going on the leaderboard, as Miko has seemed to have had an incident in the start there, as Theo is chasing down Revolution, and Theo's had a terrible start. Of course, he is kinda handicapped still. I don't know really how handicapped he is now, because he broke his foot, but not broke his foot, but had a foot surgery. So I don't know how easy it will be for him to drive, but it looks to be like he has some similar pace to Rebel Lubricant. But I am totally off track, as Nasser is now chasing down Munkian. Only 3/10 behind now, as will he actually go for the move now? It doesn't look like he has patience, but Munkian locks up, and will Nasser be able to use this for his advantage? Nasser does seem to have patience though, and is keeping himself behind Munkian here, and now is now chasing him down into turn 5. No, turn 5. That's turn 8. But now, Nasser, will you be able to make a move now? Nasser, you're closer than ever. Oh, you just have to get a good exit, as it looks like Munkian got some wheel spin, but I'm not too sure if that's just my internet connection or what it is. Nasser isn't actually seeming to gain that much on the straight though, so it might be that Munkian is really low down for setup here. But Nasser is chasing Munkian down and hunting him down for that win, or lead position, as Munkian actually got purple there in sector 2, but Nasser seems to also have purple. Not too sure what the graphics are saying on Lifetime right now, as they are kind of hard to understand. But Nasser now, will he be able to make a move? He's closer than ever. Only 3/10 behind him, Munkian. Munkian, oh, Nasser now, will he go down the inside? It does look like it. Nasser goes down the inside of Munkian and takes the lead of the race. What an evolution, as Nasser seems to have amazing pace on those mediums. Of course, he will now have to defend from Munkian, as Munkian will now be able to open his DRS wing. Munkian only 4/10 behind, but Munkian isn't able to do anything, and now is the question, will Nasser be able to pull away now, as Munkian seems to have hanged on to him pretty well, but it doesn't. It's too early to say that for sure. But Nasser now pulling away, and I don't also believe that Nasser is on controller, so that just makes it even more impressive that he's taken the lead of the race. But now Nasser, he's 5/10 behind you. It does look like you're pulling away a little bit now, but Munkian will now have the DRS, and perhaps he will be able to overtake you. No, forget what I said. Munkian doesn't seem to have the pace to keep up with Nasser just right now, and it will take some laps before he will be able to get an advantage with those hard tires. Of course, then by then Nasser will have already pitted, but of course the problem that Nasser faces isn't Munkian right now, is that when he pits and the other pits for mediums, he will have hards, and the hards are really hard to warm in this race, especially when you're just coming out of pit. So if he pits on the same time as the hard runners, he will face some extreme problems there. But hopefully he will be able to keep temperature. But Nasser now sets the fastest lap time of the race, but Munkian is just behind him. But Speedjack sends the fastest lap. Why is Speedjack so far behind? What's happened with Speedjack? Has Speedjack spun? Speedjack have an incident? Not too sure what happened with Speedjack. It does look like Speedjack is quite far behind. Sumo Pilatus has left the session, of course. Some drivers leaving and joining the session again. It's not that good as we get AI drivers out on the grid. Of course, there's not much we can do about it. But Munkian chasing aggressively down Nasser and hasn't let go of Nasser since he overtook. So Nasser is also using quite a lot of tires here on keeping Munkian behind him. Now Munkian, will he be able to make a move just right now? As it doesn't look like it. Oh, Munkian going almost for the inside there as Nasser is struggling with pulling away from Munkian, as Munkian is using every bit he can to keep Nasser in front of him. But Atlas now has also caught up with Munkian. Of course, let me just quickly see the ERS. Can we see the ERS? Nasser is actually using quite a lot of ERS here, but Munkian isn't almost using anything. Munkian has 81% ERS from what I can see, and Nasser has 33. So, oh, Munkian now down the inside into turn 1, but now Nasser has the inside in turn 2. As Nasser possibly even gets the DRS now, and no, Munkian still has the DRS, but what a move from Munkian there. Now Munkian checking down the inside there, as it doesn't look like there's anything he can do. Nasser is now struggling with keeping the hard runners behind him, as he's probably weared his tires quite a lot defending from Munkian and also attacking him. So Nasser is now definitely struggling here, as Munkian is right up his gearbox. Munkian's just looking for a chance to overtake now, as you almost see as like he tried in turn 8 there, as Munkian now is up his rear wing totally, as Nasser now has to defend for both Munkian and Atlas. Munkian now looking down the inside but keeping himself behind, as he definitely wants to try to overtake somewhere else. Munkian is now using quite a lot of ERS. He's dropped from 80 to 62% ERS, and as now Nasser is in P1 now, but I do think it is also one of the first times we see Nasser lead a race, which is really impressive from Dane. But now Munkian, now what will you do? I don't think Nasser can do much to keep Munkian behind him, as now Munkian has the DRS. He's also using his ERS now, as he's now deploying against Nasser. Oh, side by side, will Nasser be able to make a move now? Munkian locks up there, but I'm not too sure if that's true or that's what the game says. But now, does Munkian has the DRS? That's the real question. No, Nasser actually has the DRS, but Munkian chooses a aggressive inside line there, not giving any slipstream to Nasser there. And now I do think that Munkian will be able to pull away, as Munkian now has 5/10 to Nasser. But now Atlas is the one to watch, as Atlas will now possibly try to make a move on Munkian, as Munkian is pulling away quite fast from Nasser, as it looks like Nasser is struggling with the tires, as we also had Alpine spinning there. That's not really that relevant now, as Nasser now is having to defend from Atlas. And Atlas internet is, or my internet connection to Atlas is so bad that I will not go in first person, as that was some terrible engine noise I heard. As Atlas now, will he be able to make a move now? That is the question. As Atlas is now pulling in, Munkian is now over the second to Nasser. But Nasser has pulled it in again, so it does look like Nasser will get the DRS this lap, but the question is, will he get the next time, because Nasser is using all his DRS. So Munkian is also down to 20% now, as I can see on the graphics here. So Munkian has also used up all his juice trying to pull away from Nasser. So perhaps not the strategy that worked the best out for him. Sorry for that, I am back, but now Nasus actually seem to caught up with Munkian a little bit, because Munkian also has quite low ERS, so he can't really use it to pull away, but now it does look like he's pulling away again, so it's really hard to actually understand what's happening, but now Nasus is using full ERS deployment, so we should begin actually to see some red blinking on the rear of that McLaren there. There you can see it. That is the death light, and you definitely don't want that light to shine when you're racing, so that means that probably Munkian is on Munkian is on his last leg trying to pull away from Nasser, but it isn't working how he wanted it to. Okay, so I am back now. I'm sorry for that little pause there. Yeah, I'm sorry for that little pause there, as Nasser is now seeming to lose his grip on Munkian, but Atlas has not lost his grip on Nasser, as Atlas will soon be able to make a move now, I think, as the Atlas now using ERS deployment. I'm actually not getting his ERS statistics out on the light, I mean, so small issue there. It's actually quite a few drivers I get, but Atlas seems to be making some okay turn exit, but it's not good enough to get too close to Nasser, but Nasser doesn't have the DRS now, so oh, Atlas now all up his rear wing as well, so I don't think that Nasser will be able to defend from Atlas for that much longer. Just kick my quick food break, but Atlas is now closer than ever. Of course, there's a lot of action happening on the track, but I'm sorry I can't show it all. We've not used to commentating with this much drivers, but Atlas now closer than ever, but just doesn't seem to pull it off on turn exit, Atlas. Of course, I could be mistaken there, but Atlas seeming to struggle a little bit with keeping close to Nasser on the corner exits, so that's really unfortunate for Nasser. No Atlas, but Atlas now, he will actually will he be able to make a move already? He shouldn't do that, because making a move so early would make it himself easy picking from Nasser on the next straight, but now it's interesting to see Atlas does have the DRS. He's only 1/10 behind him, and Atlas now going for the outside here, as Nasser won't be able to do much as Atlas is in front. So I do think that means that Nasser will get the DRS actually, so I'm interested to see who will get the DRS on this next straight. It does look like Nasser has the DRS, but I'm not sure if he's close enough to actually pull a move here. And I do think that that was the end of... Oh, yeah, the driver in the pits actually. I'm not too sure how that was. But yeah, Nasser's now losing his grip on Atlas, and Nasser is now down to P3. And of course Neo now really close behind him, and Neo will also try to overtake. So I do think that the pit window for Nasser is very soon open, and he now has to pit before losing too much time to any of the drivers. But John Meister is actually saying fastest lap time of the race now, so that's really impressive for me. He's of course on the medium tire compound, as he has pitted, I believe, or he did start around. I'm not too sure which one it was. I'm really sorry for not commentating that much. It's actually quite a lot of action, but I'm just trying to eat here. But Artyom, or Rhythm, now will he be able to make the move on Turger here, as he's now pushing the Ferrari drivers to his limits, as Turger seems to be struggling a little bit with his tires, and Rhythm is now punishing him severely for it. Of course, a little bit of lag there on both drivers. Of course, that might just be me. And it also, I'm also really happy to see that we haven't had any DNFs on this race, except myself. So yeah, I mean that is also a positive. And it's also really impressive that we haven't seen a safety car, but Enzo now is actually pushing also. Oh, I didn't catch that, but Nasser has actually gone into the pits now. So Nasser has gone in for a stop, and what tire is he going to? I do think it will be the hard, and now Nasser just has to get some heat in those tires. Of course, if he doesn't get some heat in those tires really quick, he will begin to struggle and perhaps fall some position behind. But Nasser's actually in quite a good position to take high points in this race. Of course, he will begin to struggle a little bit against the medium runners, as the medium tire compound seems to be quite a lot faster than the hard hairs. So, ooh, a little bit of ramming here from Woodymane, as Woodymane also has a frequent penalty for multiple warnings. Yeah, and Woodymane definitely trying to get past here, trying to abuse Nasser's new tires. That doesn't seem to be working quite the way he would have wanted it, as Nasser is now beginning to pull away a little. Of course, Nasser just has to get some heat in those mediums, and then he will be good to go. Let me just see on Nasser's wheel if you can actually see if he's using the controller. It does actually look like you can actually see it as well. He is using the controller, so really weird that he's somehow managing to be so fast with the controller on F1. So yeah, that's really impressive. The Artyom now, our Rhythm seems to be losing his grip on Turger, but oh no, he's actually bugging all over this, as Turger's internet seems to be really unstable. Because now he's only 2/10 behind Turger, as Turger now just teleports forwards. I'm not too sure what's actually happening here, as Rhythm now has the chance into turn 4 here, as he just has to nail this exit, as he's really close to Turger now. Almost up his rear wing, but that's lagging all over the place here. And Turger seems to be keeping himself in front here, and yeah, Turger having some good defending here from Turger, but I'm not too sure what I'm witnessing, because it seems to be quite a lot of lag, as Theo's actually going in for a stop here, as he actually hasn't encountered that much traffic as well, as Theo was in front of Enzo and now is out on behind Skeev, or no, he's actually in front of Skeev as well. Skeev being his former teammate as well, so hopefully they get along after this race. But now Theo is chasing on Joni Maistel, but I'm not sure if that will be so easy, as John Maistel has some really good pace in his car, and it won't be that easy to overtake him. Oh! Atlas now going in for a stop, which definitely not what I would expect, as isn't that quite early for his pit stop? Would expect it to be around lap 20 or something, but Atlas now going into for his stop and heading on the medium tire compound. So where will he come out? That's the question. He comes out just in front of Nasser, it looks like, but he locks up there into turn 1. So yeah, what a interesting strategy Atlas gone here for pitting early, but of course it might actually be a good strategy, because yeah, his attempt is definitely to undercut Munkian, but now he just has to set consistently fast laps, as Munkian will come in soon anyway, as Munkian definitely doesn't want to be undercut by Atlas. But Master's strategy for pitting early doesn't seem to have paid off that much, as he's now behind Atlas. Of course, Atlas did overtake him, but he didn't. He had like a 2-second gap to Atlas when he went in, so he didn't gain anything on that pit stop. Now Munkian, will he go in now for a stop? No, he takes another lap out. So perhaps the undercut from Atlas will work here. That's really interesting, as Atlas might have actually chosen quite a good strategy here, as he should have some heat in those mediums now, and should be able to produce some pretty good lap times. So you see he's heating his tires a little bit, so not totally happy with the high heat in those tires, as it looks like someone went in. Yeah, Neo went in for a stop, so is Atlas coming out in front of Neo? Not by so much that you would think, so Atlas having a small, really small gap up to Neo, so Atlas just has to get a pace on, as Munkian will come in soon now. Of course, the threat of the undercut is too big now, but Neo was 4 seconds behind Munkian, and Neo is now 2 seconds behind Atlas, so I do think that Munkian is currently safe from the undercut. Of course, something might happen on the break-in or something that makes Munkian lose his... Oof. You have a car retired from the race, as Theo retires from the race, as that is a technical retirement, as he's retired into the pits. So now, will Munkian go into pits? Yes, he does. But now, where will Munkian come out? That's the question I'm wondering, as Munkian has to come out in front of Atlas, or else he will begin to struggle. Of course, Atlas also has the warm tires here, but Munkian now is out of the pit and is now on his way to the exit, and Atlas is only across the corner now. So I do think that this goes in the way for Munkian. Of course, Atlas here being in P2. Yeah, it does look like Munkian managed that quite well, but not as well as we think. No. Munkian is actually only 1 second in front of Atlas, and Atlas now also has the warmer tires of the bunch. So will actually Atlas be able to make a move now on Munkian, perhaps on the next DRS straight, as Atlas is all up in Munkian's rear wing, because he's only 1/10 or 2/10 behind, as there is a there's a safety car out on track. It looks to be like one of the Aston Martins has crashed. Is it Rubber Lubricant? Rubber Lubricant has actually DNF'd. So that means that there is a safety car which actually grids up the field, which isn't what Atlas would have hoped for at all. But it is actually a great opportunity for Speedjack, as Speedjack now only has 70 seconds down to Munkian. So and I'm not too sure how much he loses in the pit stop. Speedjack just has to get right into those pits and change those tires, as Speedjack now has a great chance to take actually lead of this race. This safety car came as a gift to Speedjack, really. And now Speedjack going into the pits. I hope if he has some common sense. Yeah, Speedjack now going into the pits here. So where will he place, as Munkian is only here and he's not allowed to go over 6th gear, so really not good for looking good here for Munkian, as Speedjack now is changed his tires and is on his way out of the pits. And Munkian now, will he pass? Yeah, it does look like Munkian is in front of him. So not that close as I would have thought, but he's actually in front of Neo, so he actually managed to gain a few positions on that safety car. So I do think that Speedjack will be pretty happy with that, and now of course he also has the chance to overtake Atlas and Munkian, so Speedjack must be very thrilled with this safety car timing. And of course we have some other drivers as we now are getting the grid ready, and it also looks like the live timing has gone down, which is not what I would have hoped for. But I'm looking like if I can get like yeah, the lifetime is down, so that's all fun. Let me see if I can just quickly get the people who have been in for the stop. Looks like everybody has been in for their stop, so we'll just take up the tires now, as I see here. More Platus on the new hearts. But yeah, Nasser's actually on the medium, so did he pit again? Nasser actually pit again for the mediums. It does look like Nasser actually pitted again, so that's quite an interesting strategy. But I think right around now I'll just take myself a quick free break, as you can see Munkian, the leader of this race, and hopefully nobody spins under the safety car, which has happened quite a few times here. as we have the restart here, I didn't actually catch that, but we have two drivers out here as looks like we have an AlphaTauri and McLaren there in turn 1, which has crashed. I'm really sorry that I didn't quite catch that. I didn't feel good to race. Got cramps all the time. Yeah, Theo, I totally respect that. Respect that you even were racing them. So yeah, just get better. No, no, not what I meant. Just fuck. What is it in English? Get better soon. Is what I should have said. Or I mean skill issue. But yeah. Atlas here leading the race. Bad mistake. As Atlas here now on Munkian, he's actually been able to catch him quite well, and Munkian will not have the DRS here as he's only 2 tenths behind here. But Atlas now will have the DRS, and or does he have DRS? No, he doesn't actually have DRS now yet. So he won't be able to abuse the DRS swing currently, but now, ooh, he still goes down the inside, taking one wheel up the inside as Munkian locks up, and Munkian is actually behind him now. So Atlas actually made a move for the win there, and or lead, and what a move I must say it was, as we had another driver retiring as RTM retired from the session, and it looks like Enzo is doing the same. So really unfortunate we had so many retirements this race. Of course it was a record-breaking race, but yeah, we can't expect everybody to finish the race, but yeah. Munkian now leading or chasing down Atlas. It does look like Atlas hasn't been able to pull away enough, but Speedjack is also behind Munkian, so could Speedjack be Atlas' savior? Whereas Munkian will have to be able to defend from Speedjack while also trying to attack Atlas. That will be hard for Munkian, and I'm not quite sure if he can actually do it. So actually Speedjack might be the savior that Atlas was looking for. Of course Neo behind there, but he's fallen behind quite a while. Nasser has been able to make it up to P5, but I'm not sure if anybody spun under a safety car because I didn't quite catch it. Tulia down in P7, John Meister in P8, but Atlas here leading the race for the first time, or first time he's actually had a real shot at winning the Grand Prix. Of course it is his first Grand Prix with us, so it says a lot of what we can expect from him as the season continues, but Atlas is also being heavily pushed from Munkian now as Speedjack has lost the tempo a little bit here, and Atlas is now driving really defensive line here, not giving Munkian a single bit of slipstream, but of course Munkian was able to catch it still. But Speedjack is also now behind him, so we have a 3-way fight for the win here, and I'm actually not sure who will take it. Of course Munkian has a good chance. Let me see if I can actually bring up the graphics for telemetry, as I'm really aware that is really ugly, but it's currently the only way I can see their ERS level, as Speedjack has 48%, Munkian has 40, and Atlas has 30, so really similar ERS ranges on the drivers, so not really an ERS advantage for anyone. Of course Speedjack would have it, if I could say so. Neo also using a lot of ERS trying to catch up with Speedjack and but it doesn't look like it's working the way he would have wanted. But Atlas really well ERS management for him as well. So yeah. But now Munkian, will he be looking to make a move? It doesn't. Oh, he's actually closing in, and it does look like he will down the side. He actually downs down the outside here. As now, will he do an old switcheroo? But he can't, because there is Speedjack. So we have a 3-way battle for the lead here, as Speedjack is only 2 tenths behind Munkian, but only Munkian is only 2 tenths behind Atlas. What a defense from Atlas that was. Of course, Skiva now getting a 3 second time penalty here, and Munkian now will he be able to make a move again? Because now Speedjack is right up his gearbox. Speedjack desperately wants to overtake him and is using everything he can. But of course, Munkion and oh, I can see what Speedjack is doing. Speedjack is just saving his ERS. Speedjack, see, he has 50% ERS here, as Munkion and Atlas only have 30, around 30. So Speedjack is just trying to overtake both in one Grand Slam. I do believe that might actually be Speedjack's strategy here. Speedjack is almost hanging back like a shark here and just waiting for his perfect moment to deploy his ERS and overtake both drivers. Do you think that Speedjack is hopefully waiting for the red light to blink on either Munkion and or Atlas cars, and I do think that that was what he's waiting for now, but of course Atlas and Munkion are now really conservative with their ERS use, but Munkion now, will he be able to make a move? Oh no, it doesn't look like he's able to do it, but oh, does he actually have a car up his inside? Yeah, he had actually Speedjack up his inside, I didn't catch that. Speedjack's only now 2/10 behind Munkion. Also has the DRS, but he isn't using his ERS just yet, as he obviously thinks that this is not the time to use it. Of course, Munkion now almost losing the chase on Atlas, as Atlas is now using his ERS, trying to pull away from that DRS of Munkion, and it almost looks like it's working here, as Munkion's now beginning to struggle a little bit here, almost could say that, I guess. But of course Munkion will now be able to get the DRS, so just not yet, as he will now pull in Atlas quite a bit. But Atlas uses his ERS smartly here, and is now over the second to Munkion. But now Munkion now is down to 8/10 again, so really interesting involvement here, as Atlas Speedjack has actually fallen behind a little bit, as Munkion is now using his ERS to try to stay on Atlas, and is using all of his ERS, but Speedjack is not using it, as Speedjack is just waiting still. I do think that Speedjack is just waiting for that red light to flicker on one of the cars, and I do think we'll actually see the red light flicker on Atlas's car very soon now, and no, it doesn't look like we're just getting it just yet, but now Speedjack again, as Munkion just makes a small mistake, and I do think that is enough, but Speedjack does the same mistake, and I don't think that Speedjack will be getting past just because of that. But that was very close to it. Speedjack was able to make a move, and now Speedjack that was down the inside. But Munkion is able to stay in front still with a good exit out of turn 4. Really interesting racing here, as almost Neo's Neo's actually not being able to catch up. But now Atlas is pulling away hard, as Speedjack has now pounced on Munkion and is now trying to overtake him. Of course, Munkion has quite a low ERS with low ERS battery left, and Speedjack is now trying to attack. And I'm not sure that Munkion can keep it up for long, as Munkion is now desperately defending for Speedjack while also trying to attack Atlas. So this is a really interesting race we have here. On the top 3, of course, there are things happening down the grid, but it's not that interesting, because this is the win we're talking about here, as Munkion and Speedjack are at the same gap to the driver in front of them. So can't really say which way this is going now. Of course, Atlas is in a really good position now, as Atlas just has to defend a little bit from Munkion, and of course Munkion is under pressure from Speedjack, and Speedjack is now using all of his ERS and is desperately trying now to overtake Munkion, because there isn't that much lap time left, and I'm really sorry that I'm watching this battle, but this is the most exciting thing happening on track. So now Munkion doesn't look like we'll be able to make a move just yet, as we also have a battle between Thrusty Torga, as Torga almost looked like he spun. But now Atlas is now again defending from Munkion, and this gap is really weird, as Atlas was almost a second in front, and now he's stabilized to half a second, and Speedjack is only half a second behind Munkion. But now Speedjack is close. Speedjack is really close, 2/10 behind, as Munkion just has to get a bad accident, and then Speedjack is past. But now Munkion gets a good exit, and Speedjack gets quite a bad one. So not anything happening just yet, I believe. And now, Atlas, what will you do now? This has been a really interesting race here, and Atlas is doing masterclass racing here, I believe, as masterclass defending here from Atlas, managing his ERS. Of course, Speedjack has become a little bit more desperate now for that second position. Of course, in laps 25 and lap 26 he almost had 50%, but now he's using everything he's got, and I do think it will be enough now, as Munkian is right in front of him. Oh, what a dive bomb from Speedjack we saw there, as Speedjack is passed. Of course, Munkian will now also get the DRS, but also the same will Speedjack, as Speedjack is now having to defend from Munkian, who's going around the outside. And who gets the lead? Oh, it's close, but I do think that Munkian actually pulled that off, as Speedjack only has 5% ERS, but still the same with Munkian, as Munkian is now in front. What a show these drivers are putting on. The former rivals now, or the former teammates now, are bitter rivals. Mercedes and Ferrari fighting hard for that win, or second position, as Atlas is really the one to profit from this, as Atlas doesn't really have any pressure on him now. He can just keep it cool, just not try to spin, as Speedjack is using everything he's got to try to get past Munkian. So yeah, that's actually really cool to see, as Neo, who said that he would get on the podium all races this year. I'm not too sure that will actually happen, Neo, unless something happened in the last lap here. And ooh, a little bit of a snap there from Speedjack, and I do think that this fight is over for Speedjack, but it's not over for Munkian. Munkian is really close now, but Atlas is also using all of his ERS. As Munkian dives down inside. Whoa, that is not clean, Munkian. Munkian, no. Munkian, that is not how we want it. That is not how we want it in North 1 League, Munkian. That is not very clean. That is definitely will be a penalty there for Munkian. Of course, Atlas, who was looking for his first win. I'm not too sure if we will be able to get a penalty, that a second time penalty. There won't be a penalty, Munkian, if you let him go. I'm not too sure if we have any rules about that, but if I was you, Munkian, I would just let him past you, as he definitely deserved this win. But oh, Munkian, that's a big no-no, as Munkian actually lets him past here, and really good sportsmanship here from Munkian, I must say. As oh, it almost looks like Speedjack has actually gone past him when he tried to let Atlas past him again. So but it does look like Munkian was just able to defend there, as Munkian is now defending for Speedjack, as Speedjack's down the inside, as Speedjack and Munkian collide. And it looks like Neo gets P2 as Speedjack and Munkian collide there into turn. Oh no, as both drivers collide and Munkian's fallen by to P4. No. Oh, this is not how I would have wanted this last lap to go, as it all started when Munkian torpedoed Atlas, but Atlas still got the win. I must say, some great sportsmanship there for Munkian. I will definitely be on his side in that. I don't think he should get a penalty, because that was really good sportsmanship. I think he let him past, but hopefully we'll get an interview with Munkian, as Neo... Did Neo have a penalty? Where's Neo? Neo was disqualified from the race? What? What did Neo do? Neo's disqualified. Or, yeah, he's disqualified from the race. That means that Munkian is actually in P3. What happened there? I'm not too sure what made Neo get disqualified there. Did he perhaps have some penalty ignored? I'm not too sure what happened there, as Neo is actually disqualified. Of course, we'll get an interview with all the drivers. I'm not too sure what happened in that last lap. There was a lot of chaos will definitely be some penalties given out, and I do think that we'll have to have a debrief after this race. So the ones drivers listening to this, we will most probably have a race debrief because this was quite chaotic at the end there. Of course, I will try to look on the positive side during the interviews, but yeah, that does mean that we have our final results as Atlas takes his first Grand Prix win and the second Grand Prix winner not from Europe, I believe, as second one was LK, who was from Canada. And now we have an American driver on the top step of the podium as Atlas wins the Bahrain Grand Prix. Really impressive. Really impressive from Atlas this whole race. Of course, getting past Munkian and then keeping him behind himself. Of course, that what happened in the last lap was quite controversial. But I do think that the drivers are mostly good friends here. We haven't had like any real enemies where they're openly argued. But yeah. I think we'll now go on to the post-race interviews, as we now have the results here as Neo, who got disqualified, which is really weird, and I, who finished in front of Neo, technically, which I am really impressed by. So L Neo, W me, I am better than Neo. As you can I can show you here. I have a high race result as woman. I'll just quickly move over to the race director. As I am in front of Neo. What can I say? I'm just better. But yeah, enough jokes. We'll now move over to the post-race interviews, as I'll get them up for us here. As we'll now let me just quickly get that up here. There we go. So yeah, we'll now move over to the interviews. It looks like Torgeir will be our first one to interview. So yeah, let's get him in here. Torgeir, I must say, I didn't see much of your race as there was quite a lot of action happening in the front, but from what I could tell, it wasn't the perfect race for you. So there was some struggling a little bit, but yeah, what do you have to make of this race?
Well, my PC, I don't know what happened. My pace was quite good, I felt at least, but yeah, I think running the stream to real life timing on ultra low latency just effed up my whole game. I lagged. I don't even know what happened. I just got lagged like 3 seconds behind, so I just spawned behind people all the time. So really frustrating. And even on like the second last lap, or I don't know, like the second last lap, my PC just went into another window, and I just came behind Trusty and Nasser. So my PC was not my side today, but yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for the interview, Torgeir.
Yes.
Seems like he had a lot to comment about, but now we have Neo. We'll quickly move in. Neo, a pretty uneventful race. You got disqualified in the end, which means I technically finished in front of you. But yeah, what do you just make of this race?
Yeah, to clarify, the game disqualified me for no reason, so I got the second place. So
Okay.
you did not finish in front of me. But how did you attend the race?
When I rejoined, I forgot to click spectate, so when the qualifying was finished, I got put on the back of the grid.
Yeah, well, the race went pretty well. After the safety car restart, I struggled to get the tires up to temperature, and I lost the DRS quite fast. But I was, able to keep up with their times or so about. And then Speedjack and Munkian had a collision, so I capitalized on it.
Yeah, I do think that there will be some penalties given out, as there was quite some drama happening in the front. But yeah, thank you, Neil.
Thank you.
I do think it will just bring in Miko now, as he was third into the show. Miko, must be totally honest, I didn't quite catch much of your race, as there was quite a lot of action happening in the front. But if you could just walk us through your race.
Yeah, lap 1 I had an amazing start, and in turn 3 I believe I had made up already 3 places. But in turn 9 I crashed into Enzo and yeah, broke my front wing, then my race was basically over. The one lap before the restart I spun with 90 degrees in the rear tires, so yep, I'm just stupid, and yeah. After the restart, when an AlphaTauri and an Alpine were fighting on straight, they crashed and I didn't react fast enough.
Yeah, but better luck next time, as we think we're racing in Australia next time. Do you feel comfortable at that track?
No, definitely not.
Okay, I hope you have a better race next time, but thank you for the interview anyway, Mikko.
Yeah, thanks.
As we'll bring in our race winner, Atlas. You had quite an interesting race, I must say, battling for Munkian quite a lot of time, and of course it boiled a little bit over in the last lap, but of course I'm pretty sure he let the position back to you. But yeah, you were pretty close to the pace of the front runners. Of course, you were also on an alternative strategy. So what did you just make of this race? Or no,
Well,
Nasser
first
was
of all,
on
I just want to say I really appreciate the racecraft and the sportsmanship of Munkian giving me the position back. I mean, in the moment, it felt like I was overtaking him either way because I went down the inside when I was like already on the left side of the track. So if he was giving it to me regardless, I mean, I still have a lot of respect for him. I tried to do the undercut on lap 14 because I couldn't get myself up to speed and catch up just off of raw pace. So I wanted to get on the medium tires earlier and see if I can capitalize. And I think lap 16, he was coming out of the pits and I was getting ready to overtake him going into turn 4, and the safety car came out. So undercut was completely ruined at that point. So it was just an all-out brawl. And
Yeah.
being on the worst tires all the way up into the end of the race was kind of a struggle, but we still pushed through and got all the way.
Yeah, and it was a really interesting race from you. Of course, you weren't quite as close to Munkian as Speedjack in qualifying, but you had quite a good race pace during the race. So yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
And yeah, we'll just bring in Nasser. Then we will be finished. Nasser, you had quite a good race actually, I must say, as you were also fighting for the win a little bit, but then not quite sure what happened. You had still a little bit of struggle, but yeah, I must say props off to you, as that alternative strategy worked really well in the start. You were like in P7 up to P1, so you must feel pretty good, at least at the first part of the race.
Yeah, I accidentally started on the mediums instead of the hards, so that was my mistake, but I made it work, I think. I went from P8 to P2 before turn 4. But then at the safety car restart, I got hit by an AlphaTauri and lost half my front wing. So it's just holding on. And then I managed to get I think I finished P6. So it's a decent race. Just yeah, Bahrain is not my favorite track.
Yeah, and of course it was especially chaotic this race, as I do think that there will be quite a lot to talk about in the debrief. But thank you anyway, Nasser.
Yeah, thank you.
As Munkian has actually joined the waiting room, so let's just see what he has to say. Munkian, you had quite an unfortunate end to the race, but of course you had great pace in qualifying, beating out Speedjack by 1/10, and then you also had great pace in the race. Of course, that incident in the last lap wasn't ideal. I'm not quite sure if you gave the position back to him, but then anyway, Speedjack came up beside you, and then you collided with him. So yeah, just walk us through what happened.
Well, qualifying was good. I set up my car with more downforce for qualifying, so the race was quite difficult with no top speed. And the incident with Atlas, I broke too late and locked up. And I stayed on left side on the back straight to give the position back, but he probably thought I was just defending it, but it doesn't really matter. He still won. And with Speed Jack, I went on the throttle too early and spun. We didn't make contact, I don't think. I think he's tried to avoid me and spun himself.
Yeah, but hopefully there won't be any penalties given out for that. But how do you feel for the next race, which I do believe is Australia?
Better track, I think. Went good in season 1. So I feel more comfortable with that track.
Yeah, Australia. So yeah, hopefully you'll do better there. But anyway, it was a great race from you, and you had a great race pace.
Yeah, thank you.
And I do think that will be the end of the stream. Thank you for watching, and the next race in Australia will be next Sunday, 7 o'clock CET. So watch out for that, and yeah, we'll see you there. Or Wednesdays when we have tier 2. But